Welcome to another episode of Star Wars Talk. I'm Jon Berry, and here are the top 5 heroes I would like to see added into Star Wars Battlefront II. This list is entirely my opinion, and so if the developers are working on any of these characters, great. If not, I wish they would. So let's get into it after this message. This video is brought to you by my Discord server, the 555th Coruscant. Join today, link in the description. Now back to the list. Number 5 on my list is Zeb from Star Wars Rebels. Besides being an interesting character, Zeb will bring some unique abilities to the game. I don't think anyone actually has discussed the possibility of Zeb being a hero so far in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Somebody has, let me know. I would like to see what they think, and I want to hear from you and what you think. So I think his primary attack will be firing blaster bolts from his bowcaster. Essentially, and just kind of like Finn, and the other blaster heroes in the game, very simple. But it's his abilities that I think would be most unique. The first one would be bowcaster attack. This would be very similar in function and damage and all that to Phasma staff attack, but I would give it a little more control when you're using it. Maybe instead of having 3 swings available, you have a time, like 10 seconds, you can do as many swings as you can. Something like that. Next ability I will propose, I'm calling Head Bump. In Rebels we see Zeb often knocks the heads of 2 stormtroopers together. Well, I thought that would be neat. You won't always have 2 troopers near each other in the game. So I thought Zeb would leap at and hit the nearest enemy on their head and would do extra damage than a normal melee attack. So kind of homaging to that common move we see in Rebels, but in a more practical way. And the last ability I would like to propose, I'm calling Body Slam. We also saw Zeb oftentimes run into and knock stormtroopers down in Rebels. That's essentially what this is. Zeb will run at and knock down the nearest opponent to the ground. And then he could do like a melee attack or fire. So it's essentially a kind of a stunning move. It would not... It would also deal some damage. I would say though not as much as the head bump would do. I can also only think of 2 appearances for Zeb. And those are the two appearances we see in Rebels. His appearance at the start of Rebels and at the end of Rebels. I would call the first one Rebel Sour Zeb and the second one Rebellion Zeb. Actually, I just have another one. Undercover Zeb, because we see him sometimes like wearing a hood and when they need to be stealthy and just hide into the population. So there's 3 skins right there. So I will have either the Rebel Sour one or the Rebellion one. So his main appearances from Rebels, one of them would be the default one. So let's move on to my number 4. And that would be Cad Bane. Many Star Wars YouTubers, Star Wars YouTubers who play Star Wars Battlefront 2, lots of them want Cad Bane. And I agree with them. He's not at the top of my list, but I would love to see him. I'm going to be referencing a series of videos made by the Twisted Jedi, where he has done some hero concepts. So as I said, the Twisted Jedi has done a concept video for Cad Bane. And I agree with most of the abilities that he gave Cad Bane. However, I would do some switching up on Cad Bane's rocket boots. I would have them be exactly like the rocket/jet trooper, or jetpack trooper. How it behaves there, where you fire and you can, but maybe put a bit more hovering into it. Some small changes just to make it different from Boba Fett and different from the rocket troopers. In fact, probably take the best aspects of both. I have a charge like the rocket trooper, but have it behave like Boba Fett's jetpack. And also allow Cad Bane to jump to the side anytime using his rocket boots. His default skin would be Bounty Hunter, his main appearance in the Clone Wars. But I also would suggest, because near the end of the Clone Wars, he escapes from prison. He has a slightly different outfit. I would call that On the Run. And we could potentially have a prison outfit, because we see him in the Clone Wars in a prison outfit, but I don't know how that will work out. I also like the idea that we will have a dual-wielding villain. That is just neat. 2 pistols firing at the same time definitely would be very unique. Number 3 on my list is Asajj Ventress. So like General Grievous, she would use 2 lightsabers. I do have appearances for Asajj Ventress in mind. The first one I'm calling Sith Assassin would be her main appearance from the Clone Wars. But also, her Night Sister appearance would be another one. And 2 other options I thought of would be Bounty Hunter and Jedi Padawan / Apprentice. Because we know she does become a Bounty Hunter in the later episodes. And she has a slightly different look there. Especially in the released kind of concept videos. The early animation stuff. Because that would be another unique appearance. And in one scene in the Clone Wars, we get a flashback to when she was a Jedi Padawan. And I think that would be a neat appearance. Because that would just really confuse people to see Asajj Ventress. Now everyone will be familiar with it, but I think it would be neat, and if they do use it, it will have to be legendary in my opinion, because of its weirdness factor alone. The abilities suggested by the Twisted Jedi are what I would go with, except for I would change the Force Choke. I would have her Force Choke only one individual, and pull that individual towards her and stab her with the lightsaber. And I want this ability to also have the ability of killing assault specialists and officers with 1 use. So, no more than 150 damage without star cards. And there's one scene in the Clone Wars where she does Force Choke a ARC Trooper and pull the ARC Trooper towards her and stabs. Because that would just be kind of a brutal thing to see. And of course there's 2 versions of that scene too. We just need her force choking and pulling and stabbing. We don't need anything else. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Also noticing when she blocks, she should put her 2 lightsabers together to form a lightsaber staff. But only when she blocks. So essentially you could break her block by getting her to separate her lightsabers. If somehow like that. But I think that'd be a neat way to do the block without having it being a copy of all the other lightsabers block. My number 2 is Captain Rex. Like Cad Bane, he would be dual-wielding. He'd be dual-wielding his DC-17s. Now for appearances, I would give him Clone Captain. That'd be his default appearance. And that would be his Phase 1 armor. While his Phase 2 armor appearance, I would call Battle Hardened, and it would be like the easiest to get. Both are nice, but I'm more familiar with the Phase 1 appearance, and how we were introduced to him, and I think that would be the better appearance to start him out with, just call it Clone Captain. Of course, you could switch the 2, but I like the names I have for them. And also we could have no helmet versions too of Rex. Kind of like we have a no helmet version of Iden. And then I think his Rebel appearance should also be a skin. I would call that Rebel Clone. Or something along that line. And it should be at least an epic appearance. And one last appearance I would like to suggest for Captain Rex. First of all, it would have to be legendary. And I would call it either Endor Rex or Commander Rex. Because if you remember, long before Rebels aired, everyone started suspecting that the bearded rebel on Endor Return of the Jedi was Captain Rex. No, granted, it was a totally different character in Legends, but we all took onto it. Even people at Lucasfilm liked that idea. And it pretty much has been confirmed at the end of Star Wars Rebels, where a voiceover by Sabine reveals that Captain Rex fought in the Battle of Endor as Commander Rex. That's where I get the Commander Rex from. And I actually think it is definitely that character, because that would be awesome, and that would be a very unique appearance. I've mentioned the Twisted Jedi already in this video, and I like the idea of a rocket launcher with a lock-on ability for Captain Rex. I love that idea. It would be very unique. I also like the Twisted Jedi's idea of a buff command that will buff both Captain Rex and surrounding players. I think it would be best to have it be a health buff. Not a health buff is what I'm saying. Sorry, I twisted all my words. I don't want it to be a health buff. I'd rather it be a ability refresh buff. Does that make sense? So a little more unique, and I think would fit better with Captain Rex's personality. And plus, I think Yoda might be the only hero with that kind of buff. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I just like the idea that it refreshes everyone's abilities, including his own. Except for the one he just used. Which makes sense. So, instead of having Captain Rex have an ability... okay. Sorry, let me backtrack. The Twist Jedi also suggested a jetpack ability for Captain Rex. I don't like that idea. Instead, I'd rather have Captain Rex have an ability that allows him to lock on and kill the nearest enemy with only 2 shots, 1 from each pistol. My inspiration for this comes from the episode Ambush, where Captain Rex kills a commander droid with 1 shot without really looking at the commander droid. But I like that idea, and I think it would be unique. So, you activate the ability, and the nearest enemy present within a certain distance, of course. Gotta put that distancing as Captain Rex will go fire, hit 1 pistol, fire the next pistol, and it would be 1 shot. But only for the base classes. I think for reinforcements, maybe reinforcements, but definitely, assault, heavy, specialist, and officer, definitely 1 shot kills 0. But with reinforcements, I don't know, but definitely not heroes. But I would still say we should deal a lot of damage. Perhaps a better way would be it could 1-shot reinforcements, but only with star cards. Because I mentioned star cards before, increase these, I've can propose 2 1-shot abilities, and star cards could be a way to increase their potency in which classes they can 1-shot. And now I have some honorable mentions. So these are heroes that I would like to see, and I don't mind seeing, but I'm fine if they don't show up. They are Mace Windu, Plo Koon, Poe Dameron, and yes, I know we have his X-Wing as a hero ship. These are heroes, not hero ships. Commander Cody, Jango Fett, and the Grand Inquisitor. I should say Jango Fett was going to be number 5 until I thought it was Zeb. Zeb is, in my opinion, be a much cooler hero than Jango Fett. So now onto my number 1 on this list. The number 1 hero is the one I want the most, and that is Ahsoka Tano. Not only would she have 2 lightsabers like Asajj Ventress, but she will also hold them uniquely. So her shorter, more yellow-green lightsaber will be held behind her back, and her main green one will be held in front of her. But in her traditional, backward stance that she has. Rear-handed stance, something like that. I forget how to describe it. And I honestly think that would be neat. That would be kind of like her standard standing stance, but it also would reflect the animations and how she attacks. And I think definitely will have some benefits in blocking other lightsabers. As for appearances, I think her default appearance should be how she appears in the later seasons of the Clone Wars when she had her 2 lightsabers. And I would call this Jedi Commander since she was a commander and a Jedi. Her earlier Clone Wars appearance, where she was wearing more of a crop top and a little more revealing, I would call Jedi Padawan, and though she would not go down to 1 lightsaber, she would keep her 2 lightsabers, and I think that should be an unlockable appearance, because her later appearance, in my opinion, is a much better one, and just looks nicer, in all honesty. And then I think her Rebel appearance should also be present in at least an epic, if not legendary. Since 1, she would be taller, which means larger hitbox, which in a way you don't want, but I think that'd be fine. Maybe increase blocking on that appearance somehow. Definitely will make it legendary then. But 2 white lightsabers, so changing that up a little bit. And I would call this Fulcrum, since that was her codename in Rebels. Ability-wise, I like the abilities suggested by the Twisted Jedi. They have to do with acrobatic stuff and her mobility in the game and how we see her in the Clone Wars, and I really like. However, I would switch one of them out. I'm not sure which one, but one of them out for a Force pull. Since I don't think we really have any character using a Force pull in the game. I think we'll offer some very unique mechanics. Maybe it can be like, she jumps, pulls, and slashes at an enemy, something like that, to fit in the acrobatics, but I really would like to see a Force pull. So, let me know what you think of my list. And let me know, who do you want to see in Star Wars Battlefront 2? Also, if this video gets to 25 likes, I will make a top 5 heroes I don't want to see in Star Wars Battlefront 2. So, like if you enjoyed the video, because I really want to make that video. Because I got some interesting characters already in mind. And also, go check out the Twisted Jedi's Hero Concept video, since I referenced them a lot in this video. And I think it's important to watch them so you understand kind of what some of the stuff I am referencing. So thank you for watching this video. For future content, please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to turn notifications on. And always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. May the Force be with you, always. This video is made possible by my patrons on Patreon. Check out Patreon and support the channel, linked in the description. And by viewers like you. Thank you.